Okay, here we go again. I want to read just the last two verses of chapter 9, and we're going to say, I said last time that we were maybe done with that part of the story, but we're going to say goodbye to Noah this way, okay? Genesis 9, verse 28 says, "And Noah lived after the flood 350 years. Wow, that's a long time. Nobody ever lives that long now. I wonder why. Well, we'll see. And verse 29 says, "So all the days of Noah, were 950 years, and he died." That is a long time. And I guess he's the last person to live that long. Okay, over 900 years. So you probably have a hard time understanding how long that is. Well, so do I. Okay, so we're going to jump over a chapter that has a bunch of names in it, and it basically just talks about the fact that Noah and his family began to have children, and they began to fill the earth, and the earth was all full of people. So we're going to go to what is called chapter 11 in Genesis, and we're going to see what happens. Okay, well, the end of chapter 10, which we're going to skip because of all the names, says, "These were the families of the sons of Noah according to their generations in their nations, and from these the nations were divided on the earth after the flood." So a whole bunch of people come out of Noah's family, and the earth is once again, I don't know if we'd say it was full, but there were a lot of people on the earth. And now in chapter 11, the Bible says, "Now the whole earth had one language and one speech." What do you think of that? You know that Oma and Opa live in Spain, and we have a different language called Spanish. And your mommy knows Spanish. And actually, we have two languages over here. There's Spanish, and then there's Basque, which is a different language entirely. So, and then my mom, your great Oma, she was born in Germany, and there they speak German. That's a different language. There's 4 different languages in our family. And so in the world, there are many, many, many languages. I don't even know how many, a ton. But there are a bunch. But right here in chapter 11, verse 1, after the flood, many years had gone by. Guess what? Everybody spoke the same language. Everybody understood everybody. You never heard any weird sounds coming from people talking in some other language. It just didn't exist. So that was interesting. Everybody knew the same language. Well, that makes sense, I guess. I mean, why would they need other languages? There was no need for another language. Nobody had invented one, and God had given them, I don't know what language it was, but they spoke that. So verse 2 says, "And it came to pass as they journeyed from the east, that they found a plain in the land of Shinar, and they dwelt there." So it looks like everybody is still sort of living in the same general area. I don't know how many. Probably thousands and thousands of people. But nobody has moved very far. The Lord told them to go and spread over and fill the earth, but they weren't doing that. They were staying in one general area together. And so here they make a trip. The whole bunch of human beings, somehow they make a trip, and they go to this plain or this valley or a big open area called Shinar. And then they said one to another. So the people begin to talk. "Come, let us make bricks and bake them." And so they said, "Let's make some bricks." And how do you make bricks? Well, it says they had brick for stone and they had asphalt for mortar. They made bricks out of clay somehow, and they made them look like a brick and let them dry in the hot sun, and then they got hard, and then they could build with that. And then they had asphalt, kind of a black tar or something, for mortar, so they were able to actually build houses and buildings with this. They didn't use concrete. They didn't have concrete. They used these mud bricks, and they stuck them together with this tar, sticky probably sticky black stuff. Okay, so that's what they're doing, and we're going to let it go at that because the time is gone, and we'll check next time, see what they're going to do with all of these bricks that they're making.